Well, greetings to Paul's family. My prayer for you in this season is that you are growing as a disciple of the Lord Jesus. I'm going to say one of the disappointments for me in this extended lockdown means that our family holiday at the end of this term had to be cancelled. It's something that we look forward to each year. The possibility of going away for a few days later in the year, it became a topic of conversation for us instead. One of my girls decided on their own bat to go and research and plan a family holiday for us. And they managed to put together a spreadsheet of accommodation activities for a holiday in the Whitsundays. It was a luxury holiday, helicopter transfers, really fancy accommodation. And the bill for this thing was in the tens of thousands of dollars. And for them, they thought it was totally reasonable and possible, and it took some convincing that it was somewhat beyond our capability. They were surprised. They thought we would just do it. And it got me thinking, I wish I had that kind of boldness and expectancy to ask things of God. Because unlike me and Natalie, God is able to do all things. I've recently been reading a book called A Praying Life by Paul Miller. Prayer for the Christian is so much more than the instinct that's common to all people. It's a unique gift from God. Christians believe that Jesus removes the barrier of sin between humanity and God and makes a relationship with the Creator God possible. And Christians also believe that through the Bible and the work of God's Spirit in our lives, our understanding of God can become unclouded. True knowledge of God, therefore, is a gift from God. It's not because Christians are more clever. It's not because anything really, except the fact that God reveals himself to us. Without God first speaking to us, communicating to us, reaching out to us, we would have no way of speaking to him. And so, if you like, in the fullest sense, prayer for the Christian is continuing a conversation that God has started with us through his word and by his grace to us in Jesus, which eventually becomes a full relational encounter with him. And so prayer for the Christian is shaped by many truths that God has revealed about himself. But possibly the most profound is when Jesus taught his disciples to pray, and he said this, "Our Father." Jesus, the eternal Son of God, says that we can call the God of the universe Father when we put our faith in Jesus. And in fact, on several occasions, Jesus told his disciples to become like little children. In Matthew 18, verse 3, he says that unless we become like a child, we'll never enter his kingdom. We will never be saved. So Christian prayer is a communication from a dependent child to a merciful and all-sovereign God. And it's a simple truth that we often forget as adults, let alone practice as adults. Our Father has made it possible for us to come to him as children. That is, to come to him messy, to come to him selfishly, to come to him with our masks taken off, come overwhelmed with life, come with a wandering mind. Don't be embarrassed by how needy your heart is and how much it needs to cry out for grace every day. Come with boldness and ask the most naive and audacious things of God. So why don't we do that more? To come like little children and ask God of big things. Well, I want to explore that a little bit in the next couple of videos. But for now, why not just come to God as you are and pour out your heart to him? Even if it's just a couple of words. Is that all you can string together right now? But pour out your heart and your mind to your merciful Father.